clean up after a party? Do you ever have to get the dump trucks out and the, I mean, look at this. They got the heavy equipment out, the front loaders. Oh, all right, so a lot of trash, cups, etc. in the streets out here in New Orleans. They are gearing up for today. Bourbon Street, always busy, but today especially will be a party. I got my beads. Do you got yours? You ready? We got more coming on in. Wow, I can't believe I caught that, actually. I'm terrible at catching. We got your forecast today. So it is in the 40s. It's going to feel pretty much like it's in the 40s throughout the day. Today, temperatures going to the mid-50s, but windy, a blustery northerly wind through the day. The crew of Zulu kicks it off at 8 a.m. We've got tonight going down to 40. Skies clear, and so temperatures are going to drop very quickly as you get into the evening after sunset. Now, we've got the freeze warnings up in southern Alabama, right into portions of northern Florida, Tallahassee, Gainesville. Again, tonight it's going to be very cold throughout the entire South. We're talking about temperatures running 15 to 25 degrees below average. We've got that wind, too, so that makes it uncomfortable. The temperature itself is going to make it uncomfortable. And yes, you have that snow. I just saw a picture out of Fort Payne, Alabama, describing the snow as sort of like dipping dots. So, you know, it's sort of like this snow pellet kind of snow that you have out there. It is going to stay cold. Excuse me, through the rest of the week. All
right, let's talk about New Hampshire. There was a lot of snow there yesterday, and it's a big day today there. The Votalian mark, which is incredible. Yeah. And they think the weather is going to actually draw out more people. All right, the weather not so nice for those driving along the East Coast today. We check in on Travel Philadelphia and Pittsburgh. We say good morning to you. Low clouds in Philly. Clear roads in Pittsburgh. Yeah, but expecting some snow in there today. And you can see how we sort of have the low clouds. We are going to be looking for snow showers. We have them all over the Midwest. We have snow in Ohio, snow in West Virginia. There will be snow on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, too. And you can see in Pittsburgh, it's south of there right now. As you come out of the Fort Pitt Tunnel, I bet you're seeing some of the snow. Just the vantage point we had didn't show it. But, you know, we've got snow, especially down towards the Bethel area, coming down. Taking 76 into Philly, you're going to have a bit of a snowy drive, too. Yeah, it's very light, but it's out there. And especially as you make your way down towards Baltimore. We saw that snow where Reagan is in Western Maryland. We're going to be watching that today. All right, thanks, Jen.
Stand right here with us, Jen.
She's one of the greatest people on the planet.
You stop. Let's talk about Texas. We've all the facts. We've got dry air in place. I've got actually a really interesting story to tell, which is why I want to get to this here. So sunshine, yeah, lovely afternoon today. A little chilly to start, but a very warm finish in Austin. But the story is that it is so dry, dew points are low, that we're concerned about the fire danger. And that concern is across the state of Texas, especially West Texas, where it's been incredibly dry lately. It's been a tough start to 2016. But the interesting story is one that a friend sent me, was in the newspaper, about in Australia, that they think brush fires are getting spread by birds of prey. They're intentionally, birds like brown falcons are intentionally spreading fires when they can't get to food, and if another bird gets there before them, so they spread a fire. And isn't that fascinating? I mean, when it comes to fire threat, we think about dry air, yes, we think about the winds, yes, we think about humans, but we don't often think about birds. All right, great day ahead in Texas. I'll leave you with a nice looking afternoon. We'll be back to check in with the snow, Charlotte, but beautiful looking. So let's take a look at some other temperatures that we are tracking through the South. Orlando, you're feeling a lot more like Seattle today. And we're not talking with the clouds and the rain like you have been for so much of your winter. You're actually talking more about temperatures. 59 is the high temperature forecast for Orlando. Same thing in Seattle, except we're really above average in Seattle and really below average in Orlando. Big dip in our jet stream continues to be the player throughout the rest of the week into the weekend. That means we stay below average. We're going to watch for that throughout the region today. Temperatures going below average right through the next several days. What this means is we're going to have some cold mornings and some blustery cold afternoons. We'll be right back with more on meteorologists and bees and what they have in common.
20 minutes before the top of the hour on this Tuesday. If you're heading out in Indy this morning or St. Louis, let's give you a live look of what the conditions are like out there. In Indianapolis, 65 at 71st, the 65 southbound. All lanes closed because of a crash. A lot of crashes reported in Indy. Yeah, I mean, and you know, we've talked about this. It's a light snow, it's a light coating, and this is sometimes the worst because you feel like you have control of the situation and you still don't. I mean, roads are slippery. Did you see that snow in St. Louis? Yeah. That was very pretty. It was a nice looking snow. And some fog, too. Yeah, we have a little bit of everything. St. Louis snow over the entire area right now. You can see on the radar where it's heavier south of town, 255, 64. Heading south as you make your way on 55. We're going to be looking for that snow. You know, it's not a heavy snow, but it's enough to put a coating down. And make conditions really slick, which is what we're seeing in Indianapolis and Cincinnati also this morning. This is going to continue all day, too. This, you know, you won't necessarily be in the snow all day, but there will be these snow showers throughout the area all day. All right, Steph, we're looking at the FAA. No delays, but the list of de-icing
Most of you in the East, you've been saying, oh, this winter wasn't really that bad. However, here it goes. We've got the snow, we've got the cold. It's all staying in place all week long. So this is the week that we will sort of remember as winter. It extends Wednesday with some snow showers still continuing all the way down the Appalachians. Temperatures well below average all the way down into Florida. In the meantime, in the West, it is so warm, mid to upper 80s again in Southern California. Those are going to be our hottest spots. Even Dallas, we're in the 70s by Thursday. It's really the East, and there's this pattern where we've got a trough in the East and a ridge in the West, and it keeps us warm and dry in most of the West, except in the Northwest. And in the East, it keeps us cold. And by the weekend, to some extent, fairly dry, although we do have another system diving in on Sunday across the upper Midwest. You know, we were talking about the potential of a storm on Friday off the coast. That's not looking likely. It looks like it'll head out to sea. But, you know, got to watch the next one coming on in. You see how far south that goes. We'll look for all the way down to Missouri. Some